This holiday in Ethiopia is a very, very religious holiday in some forms, because this is where you kind of rejuvenate your faith to God. You kind of give thanks and all that kind of stuff, and then you get baptized in the water, or you get sprinkled with the holy water. Hello guys, welcome to Dejene Ethiopia Tours, and my name is Dejene Hodes and I'm the founder. And today we're going to be talking about one of the most special holidays that is celebrated in Ethiopia, called Timket, or the Ethiopian Epiphany. And we're going to talk about everything about how you celebrate, where you should celebrate in Ethiopia, why we celebrate everything, how we celebrate it, and all the amazing things that are going on with the holiday in the different locations in Ethiopia. So make sure you stay tuned and let us know what you think about this holiday. And if you want to travel to Ethiopia during this time next year, usually you should book much in advance so that you get space. So Timket is an epiphany, or the celebration really of the baptism of Jesus Christ in the river Jordan. And from there, Ethiopia has its own unique, amazing traditions that accompany this holiday. So one of the things you may not have heard about is the Tabot. The Ethiopian Orthodox Church has replicas of Ark of the Covenant in each church. So wherever you go, every church has a replica of Ark of the Covenant, and we call that the Tabot. So on this Timkat holiday, what happens is that Tabot never really leaves the church other than on very, very special occasions. This is one of them, Timkat, where the Tabot is carried from the church to a designated area where other churches also bring their Tabots, and the whole ceremony becomes a church's, where to celebrate the Timket, or the baptism of Jesus Christ. And this holiday in Ethiopia is a very, very religious holiday in some forms, because this is where you kind of rejuvenate your faith to God. You kind of give thanks and all that kind of stuff, and then you get baptized in the water, or you get sprinkled with the holy water that's been, a lot of things that they're prayed on and everything like that. So it becomes a very joyous holiday, and different places throughout Ethiopia really celebrate it in a very unique, colorful way. So let's take a look at a few different aspects of how this holiday is celebrated. Timket usually is celebrated on January 18th, but on a leap year it could be on January 19th. Celebrating Timket in Ethiopia is Ketera being one of the times where before the holiday people get ready. So to give you a little perspective on this, because it's a baptism celebration of Jesus Christ being baptized, a lot of the places, what they do is they need to get the water ready for all the people to come, be baptized within it or be sprinkled with the water and stuff. So there's a few days ceremony kind of that's part of the holiday that takes over, where places which don't have a lot of water, let's say they just have a little bit of running water, they will kind of create a dam for that so that they have enough water. Other places build this pool area where people can jump in and stuff with the water and get that ready. So that's happens before the holiday, and it's also it's part of the ceremony of the holiday, getting ready for this rejuvenation and thanksgiving and giving re-emphasizing your faith in God and everything like that. So on the first day of the Timket celebration, what happens is, like I said earlier, all the tabots, or the copy of the Ark of the Covenant, where the 10 commandments are kept, comes out of the churches. So they all come out of the churches. They have a huge parade, with the head priest carrying the tabot on his head, it's covered in colorful garments and everything like that. Very unique umbrellas to shade the thing, and also to symbolize celestial beings and all that kind of stuff. We have music, not like modern music, but church music, singing, praising, church songs, and all that kind of stuff as you go from the church to the designated location, and it's put there for the next few days. So throughout that, the ceremonies and youngsters and everything afterwards stay around and have traditional music and stuff like that to celebrate. Where just freestyling around there, around the Tabot and staying on the field, hanging out with friends, and it becomes a really great ceremony. The second day is the main holiday. That's the most important day, and that's the day where all the prayers are done, everything on the water is blessed, and then people in different areas, jump into the river or jump into the lake or jump onto the pool, or the water is being sprayed from a hose once it's been blessed, and the priest, the head priest, and everybody has given their speeches and condolences for the year and their prayers for the year. So that becomes a very exciting day. Most of the tabots return to their churches. So that again is kind of like the first day, where it's being accompanied by decoratives and people going around in white, and ceremonies. There's music, the tabot and the drums and everything like that. So it's such an exciting day. When celebrating Timket, obviously when celebrating anything, and then when it's a festival, food is one of the main parts about it. So as you know, Ethiopia, we have our own traditional food that's amazing, delicious. For people who don't know, we have a lot of different types of food in Ethiopia, the different tribes and regions around Ethiopia, but the main one is called, injera, which is the flat bread made out of a very significant grain called Terr, and then that is put on with a lot of different amazing stews. Chicken is the main one. The Doro Wat, the chicken, is our traditional food, traditional kind of main food, and then everything else, the different stews, the chickens, the beef, and all that kind of stuff is eaten after the second day, where you've done the prayers, you've been sprayed with the water or jumped in the pool or the river, and once you get home, you celebrate with family, friends, and you get to go around to different houses to celebrate, to thank people, to rejoice with people. So food also becomes a very significant part of our holiday. On top of the food, there's a lot of coffee to be drunk, because Ethiopia is the birthplace of coffee, or where coffee is discovered, and it's really ingrained in our tradition. So after every meal, having coffee at the house is kind of like the dessert really, or the capping thing, where you have to have coffee to celebrate with the people and everything like that. So coffee is a major part of this holiday. So January happens to be, where we have the Ganna holiday on the 7th of January, and then, Timket on the 18th or 19th of January. So a lot of tourists really come to Ethiopia during this time, and almost all the places are booked just because there's so many festivals to see. Both holidays are amazing and festive and just so colorful, and you get to see the best of people. During the holidays is really when you get to see the best of people everywhere you go. But on top of that, the places to go to celebrate really, Addis Ababa is one of them. There's a few areas in Addis Ababa where you can go. Medhane Alem Church in Bole area is one of the biggest churches, even the third biggest in Africa. So, it has a huge following, has a huge group of people that come, and it becomes very festive. Or an area called Jalmeda, which is up in the city area in the northern part of the city. But that also is a very huge field, and where a lot of the churches from that area go, and it becomes very festive, and people from all over go around it just to see the joy and everything like that. It's fantastic. The next, probably one of the better places to go than Addis also is the Gondar, because that's one of the major share. And also, if you're thinking about coming to Ethiopia, let us know. We're happy to help you out. Thank you very much. My name is Dejene Hodes from Dejene Ethiopia Tours.